Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get the updates. Race every day's video, it's courtesy of Billy. Thanks so much, Billy. Appreciate it. The beer is courtesy of Billy. And I guess, yeah, so is the video. So this is the Bruery Creme de la Creme Bourbon Barrel Aged Blonde Stout with Dulce de Leche, salt, and Madagascar vanilla beans, 11.1% ABV. So this is part of their donut series. So it's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I try to test my palate. Mystery beer. I might even try to branch out into like doing like different kinds of drinks, period. You know, spirits, wine, whatever. Just things that kind of like help me better describe the beers I'm, consuming. So like mystery beers, things like that. But then just like, yeah, like a style maybe I don't drink a lot. And certainly a blonde stout is I don't know if I've even had a handful of them. So yeah, really excited to try this one. And it looks like they collab with the ttery. The O is a donut and the U is a cup of coffee or tea, I suppose. Ttery. Serve at 55 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is right around 55 degrees Fahrenheit down here. I grabbed it off my shelf. Let's get into it. You tell me blonde stout, and I just think stout, so I think it's going to be really dark. Yeah, no, that's to be fair, that's a more blonde-looking stout. I mean, it looks almost like a glass of like caramel sauce. There's like down here, it almost looks a little orange juicy, but the rest of that looks like a light caramel sauce. About a finger and a half of this khaki head. I mean, not quite nitro small, but like very compact, small bubbles. What a beautiful looking beer. I mean, you tell me that many adjuncts, barrel aged, that ABV, I kind of think the head will be non-existent or go away really fast. And it's sticking around. I'll tell you what. See about the aroma. Besides it looking like caramel, I do get some caramel sweetness in it. There's all that vanilla. If you watch a lot of my reviews, you know I am hashtag vanilla police. This aroma has a lot of vanilla. Holy cow. Now I get a little bit of that bourbon. Yeah, it's very much like a caramel sauce. It doesn't have a nutty thing, but it kind of reminds me of like a pecan pie fresh out of the oven. Like it kind of has that caramelized sugar smell, which I know is just another way of saying caramel, but it's kind of like reminiscent of that pecan pie ooey gooiness. Not like in a spoiled way, but you kind of get like this sweet yogurt cheesecake kind of a vibe. Well, I guess that makes, I didn't even think of that. That's probably what, dulce de leche. That's a milk thing, right? Like, so I guess I wasn't even thinking about that. And maybe like a blueberry, but like very sweet, almost like artificial blueberry thing. I think I'm just thinking like blueberry cheesecake. It probably doesn't even have a blueberry thing. It's so caramel. That's like 80% of what I'm smelling. Anyway, let's get into taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Billy. So in the spirit of trying to like test my palate, drink a beer that is a little bit outside my norm, there's a lot of stuff about this beer that are like, that's like beers I drink. Love bourbon barrel aged stouts, beers with adjuncts, big fan of that. Love vanilla. This has vanilla. Like I'm getting it. But man, I tell you what, a blonde stout versus what I think a regular stout is, especially this ABV, yeah, it's missing that roast. It's missing that chocolate. Just like the aroma, it's just so much caramel. It's almost like wheat wine-ish. I don't get a ton of the barrel in this. There's a little bit of, it's very, not surprising because it's inspired by a donut. It's very desserty, and the way the spirit is working with the beer it kind of reminds me of like you make a dessert where you probably like set the spirit on fire, so like the essence is still there, but you burned off some of it, right? Including the alcohol, obviously, 'cause that's what's burning. And speaking of the alcohol, I get a little bit of warmth in the chest. I'm not getting it at all in the palate. This is pretty darn pastry blonde stout, which is, I don't think words I've ever said in that order. This is tasty. I kind of, but just also keep in mind that I'm all sweet teeth. Like people have a sweet tooth. All the teeth in my head are sweet tooths. So sweet teeth. So like I've never had anything that I was like, well, I shouldn't say never, but I don't remember ever having something and me being like, oh, it's too sweet. That's too rich. Like I love that. So that being said, I really like this beer in all its vanilla caramel glory, but I could certainly see people who don't like pastry style beers who would not like this beer, because this is that in spades, and there's not enough other stuff kind of pulling it back to beer mode. So like this is beer, but man, it drinks like dessert. Like there's some oak trying to fight through to bring it back to dry, a little bit of beer, but it's not doing a good job anchoring it. Sorry oak, because man, yeah, I really like this. Thanks, Billy. Like this is definitely up my alley, so I appreciate it. Have you guys had this beer before? Have you had a nice pastry blonde stout lately? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Apparently Bruno heard me really enjoying this beer and came down to investigate. Once you're done commenting, make sure you check me out on Instagram and on Tap. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, don't unplug the camera, buddy. Cheers. I love you.